Miguel stood in the doorway, looking toward the small bed. She looked lovely and serene, lying there naked in the darkness. He still didn't understand how he'd ended up there. He had gone out that night with entirely different motives in mind, and through a series of accidents had ended up there with her. He continued to stare at those rosy cheeks, her smooth, pale shoulders peeking out from under white satin sheets, her slender neck that irresistibly called out for him. If he had his way, he'd climb back into bed beside her, snuggle up to her warm body and make wild, passionate love all morning, all day. She was perfect, perfect for him. Had he paid more attention earlier to her needs, to who she really was, he may have determined her finer qualities much sooner. But he had been too distracted to notice. At least, he thought, he'd figured it out now, which is all that mattered. Miguel did not believe in accidents, nor did he believe the story she told him late last night was false. They all knew by now that Dominic Diaz was a good-for-nothing swindler and a thief who'd been ripping off the Foxy Lady for years, unbeknownst to its rightful owners, Mitch and Fran del Monte. What's more, he had wreaked havoc there the previous night, busting the club up to the tune of thousands of dollars that neither Mitch nor anyone else had. Even though they all knew Dom was the culprit, without proof they could hardly approach him outright. Miguel wasn't sure why she had blurted out this new information to him, why she trusted him above all else. Not until now. Sure, they'd had a few drinks, but he knew what she told him came from the heart, a sort of desperate plea for help. And although he was a newbie to their group, at least she trusted him. Miguel knew she had a good heart, and those who have good hearts easily recognize others with the same. Now the question was, what to do? He figured he should tell the others, but he needed time to figure out how. He was, after all, a bit of a threat to Old Irish, but nonetheless, Liam was a figurehead, the ringleader in their attempt to thwart Dominic's efforts. Timing would be everything, but he also knew time was not on their side.